All right, good morning. I think we'll get started. Assuming I checked before, assuming everybody can hear me just fine. Good morning. I'm Barry Eckert. I'm Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and it is really a privilege for me to welcome you on behalf of the entire Salus University community to our annual White Coat ceremony. You probably know this is a ceremony that we hold every year to welcome our new students, provide them with the white coat that symbolizes their entry into the professions, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. This year it's a bit different because of our current situation with COVID-19. We're having to do it virtually instead of face-to-face. But we really want to focus on what this all means, and the coats during this morning's ceremony, and the coats will be distributed later at the program level. This ceremony recognizes your hard work and dedication leading up to today as you begin your professional careers at Salus. You probably know you were selected from a highly competitive group of applicants, and through a very rigorous applications and admissions process, and you all should start right off very proud of what you've accomplished by being in your programs here at Salus. It's a tribute to the hard work you've done in your academics to this point, and a tribute to the success that you've had in academics this far. This morning we're going to focus on your entrance into your chosen profession, which is obviously an exciting milestone in your career. As I said before, in the near future, the white coats will be distributed at the program level by your faculty and program chairs and program directors. But this white coat is a symbol of your service and care to your future patients and clients. It's a commitment by you to always provide the most state-of-the-art care and service, and a commitment to lifelong learning to ensure that you always provide the best care and service that you can to your patient and clients. It's also a symbol of professionalism. Professionalism means your commitment to your profession, your personal behavior and habits that support this professional behavior and support this professionalism, and a commitment to ethical responsibility to your patients as well, and to your colleagues. And so it also reflects, the white coat also reflects the personal relationships that you will develop with your patients and clients and with their families. They will see you as a healthcare professional when you enter into an exam room or a situation where you're working with a patient, wearing your white coat, or for that matter, wearing your scrubs in the situations where the white coat isn't worn. And they will see you as a healthcare professional. You may see yourself as a student, but they see you as a healthcare professional, and that's exactly the symbol or the idea that you are entering into your profession right now at this stage. So you are now a member of the profession that you have chosen, whether it's optometry, audiology, speech to language pathology, occupational therapy, and so on. You are now a member of that profession. As I alluded to a few seconds ago, while the COVID-19 situation may limit some occasions when you can't wear the white coat, it's always a source of pride for you. You'll be wearing scrubs sometimes, and that's a source of and symbolism for what you represent to your patients and clients. So that's really the message and the purpose for this meeting and this ceremony today. So having said that, we are privileged and honored to have our president, Dr. Michael Middleman, joining us today, and he will be delivering some additional remarks as a keynote speaker. I'll tell you a little bit about him. It is my privilege to introduce him. Michael Middleman is a 1980 graduate of the Pennsylvania College of Optometry, and as many of you know, that was the founding college of Salus University 100 years ago, and the university has grown around it in recent years. Dr. Middleman holds a Master's of Public Health degree. He's a fellow of the American Academy of Optometry, and recently he earned, just within the last year, a Master of Business Administration from Temple University. In July of 2013, Dr. Middleman became the university's 6th president, after a 33-year in the Navy career. Dr. Middleman retired from the Navy as a Rear Admiral, and in his last command, he served as the Deputy Surgeon General of the Navy. Prior to becoming Deputy Surgeon General, Dr. Middleman was the U.S. Pacific Command Surgeon during the Fukushima, Japan tsunami a number of years ago. Many of you may remember that, or certainly have heard about it. And he commanded the U.S. Armed Forces disaster recovery efforts in that situation. Under Dr. Middleman's leadership at Salus University, the university has thrived and continued to grow in response to the healthcare needs of this country. He certainly supports the idea that Salus University is a leader in health sciences and healthcare, and has been for 100 years. Dr. Middleman has brought innovative thinking, continued commitment to our professions, and is focused on the growth and development of each program and each individual to their fullest potential. Under his leadership, we've seen significant changes in Salus that include both physical space, renovated laboratories, classrooms, library, and growth in our program offerings. And all of that growth continues to this day and into the future. As a result, Salus maintains a reputation for innovation and educational excellence with a commitment to its students. Common thread through Dr. Middleman's leadership has been a commitment to promote health and well-being of the individual, and I know you'll hear about that from him many times over the next few years, as well as health and well-being of the community. So as you get to know him during the next few years, I'm sure you'll agree that we are extremely fortunate to have Dr. Middleman as our leader, and at this time I ask you to welcome him to make his remarks.
Barry, thank you very much. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I get a good, okay, thanks. I'd also like to extend my warm welcome to all of you, especially our new students, but also our faculty and staff, any board members and family members who might be joining us today. You know, this virtual stuff is always a challenge. I should be looking at the camera, but I keep looking at you. And I want to make sure everybody's awake and their eyes are open and everything during the ceremony. You know, this is really always has been my favorite ceremony. And even doing this virtually, it gives me chills and excitement just because of what you all are about to embark on during your journey here at Salus. This white coat ceremony really symbolizes a lot of that. But before we go any further, because I don't want to forget, I absolutely want to thank Dr. Jim Caldwell and his staff and so many others, Alexis Abate and her staff, for seamlessly combining tradition with this virtual reality that we have to present all of the events, including this that we've done through orientations, I think so masterfully. This is it's a challenge, and we want to really connect with all of you. And this staff has just knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. So thank you, folks, for the work that you do. So, you know, throughout our educational and professional careers, we need to make adjustments, right? And 2020 has certainly tested our capacity, our patience, our resilience to change course and to respond to events and hopefully stay in front of the circumstances that are often, as we're learning, beyond our control. You know, while COVID-19, the pandemic, has certainly forced us all to accept a new, or what I've been terming next normal, and terms like social distancing, you know, these are now very much in our vernacular. In addition to wearing face masks and washing our hands 100 times a day, we still thought it was really important to celebrate your transition from being a layperson to becoming a healthcare professional with this traditional white coat ceremony. And as Dr. Eckert said, this really recognizes your journeys to get to this moment in your academic careers. And frankly, we're very honored and privileged to share this event with you and to have you here at Salus. That means an awful lot to us that you chose us and you really trust us to help you continue with your educational journeys. Let me kind of switch gears a little bit and share a little bit of a history about the white coat ceremony, because everybody thinks it's been around for 100 years. It actually hasn't. It's only been around for less than 30 years, actually. The ceremony itself was started at Columbia University by a physician named Arnold Gold. He was at the College of Physicians there. And in 1993, he thought this would be a great idea, that just to really document the shift from becoming an undergraduate student to becoming a healthcare provider. And this tradition really has been adapted by many health professional schools across the nation. And really by having a ceremony, he felt, where entering students are, and he used the word cloaked, with your very first lab coat, you were calling attention to your choice to become, in this case, while at Salus, an optometrist, an audiologist, a physician assistant, an occupational therapist, or speech and language pathologist, and of equal importance, bringing to focus the true meaning of that choice that you made. The fact that you must cure and also care. And I'll say that again. We're going to teach you to cure, but you also have to care. And I think that's the crux of what we do as healthcare professionals. You know, as I've alluded to earlier, this ceremony symbolically represents those responsibilities that you're going to now assume as a healthcare professional as you commence this professional journey and all of your education here at Salus. So we're pretty excited for you. And it's frankly, given all the circumstances, we're pretty excited that we're able to do this. Now, I want to pass on a couple of suggestions to you, though, as you begin your educational journeys here. You know, as I said to you in my virtual orientation talk that hopefully you all listened to, you know, you're all always going to need to keep in mind that becoming a healthcare professional is truly a privilege. And from this point forward, you're going to be held to a higher standard, both in the way you live and in the way you really perform your prospective jobs. Please don't lose sight of that. You know, you've worked really hard for the opportunity to positively affect the lives of others. You've got to keep at it. Continue to give 110% as you progress through your respective programs. You all are qualified to be here, so there's no question about it. You've got what it takes. But as you prepare, given that 110%, you deserve nothing less, and frankly, your future patients deserve nothing less. Be empathetic. Learn to listen to your patients and treat them with dignity and treat them with respect. You know, you're going to be surrounded by all sorts of technology, whether it be, you know, these kinds of things or others, both in training and when you get into practice. Don't let that technology become your primary focus. The attention that you give should always be focused directly at the patient. You know, think of how you'd want your loved ones, or how you want to be cared for if you were sitting in a provider's office. You know, I would hope that you'd render that same level of dignity, empathy, respect, and care for all of your future patients and all of your future clients. Put the patient at the center of everything you do. Now, you'll find this is easy to say and so incredibly hard to do. You know, we talk about patient-centered care, and they're not just words. It means putting the patient first before anything else that you're doing. And that's a commitment that we all expect you to make. You know, as we know, the challenges that lie ahead for our nation, especially now, and our healthcare system are unbelievably great. You know, they often seem insurmountable as we listen to the news and hear what's going on with the pandemic. You know, clearly it's easy to lose sight of the fact that we really can have some influence here. You know, no matter how you look at it, you're going to be entering a healthcare system that's undergoing a great deal of change. Some of it's being forced on us by the pandemic, but this other change has been festering for years in the way people pay and the way people are reimbursed. So, and it's likely that you're going to play a key role in what this ultimate outcome is going to be during your generation of practice. When you leave here in 2 to 4 years, you know, depending on what your program is, you're going to have the tools not only to practice proficiently, especially training under our current conditions, but you'll also have the tools and how to influence the American healthcare system and what it will look like well into this century. And you're the generation that's going to do this. You're the bridge. You're going to make it happen. You know, we're here to help you not only succeed, but we're here to help you to excel. And I know you're going to be up for the tasks. You know, thanks to our world-class faculty and staff, You're enrolled in the finest optometry, audiology, physician assistant, occupational therapy, and speech and language programs in the country. Now, mind you, I'm a little biased, but I'm telling the truth. Our faculty are unbelievable. The programs are fabulous. You have all the tools. Now, all you need to do is do the work, study hard, and be the best healthcare professional you can be. Easy, right? That easy. Well, finally, Jack Welch, many of you may or may not remember him, depending on how old you are, but he was the former chairman of General Electric and CEO. And he's covered it in business. But he said, and I quote, "Before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others." And that's our job. We're all about you growing up and learning how to become a better leader. You all are about to embark on a course that will make you all leaders in your chosen professions. Use this time wisely, use it judiciously, but also have fun. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourselves. You're about to become part of a very privileged group of people. Those who put the needs of others ahead of themselves through caring and curing. In a moment, you're going to be asked to recite the oath of Hippocrates, the pledge that you'll say 2 times during your academic journey. Now at the beginning, and you'll also recite it at the end when you receive your degree. Consider this and today's ceremony your rite of passage as you embark on your professional careers. I am so proud of all of you. I'm thrilled that you're here. I'm thrilled that we're able to provide the education that we can for you under what is kind of difficult conditions. But as I've alluded to, and I've actually said, we're up to the task, and I know you're up to the task. So I wish you Godspeed. I wish you good luck as you begin your exciting careers. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dr. Middleman. At this point in time, I want to recite the Oath of Professionalism. So I'll ask you to, you'll find it in the program if you have that in front of you, but recite after me or with me, and then I have a couple of closing remarks. And so for the oath, please repeat after me. With full deliberation, I freely and solemnly pledge.
Full deliberation.
Really and solemnly
Oh my God.
I will practice the art and science of my chosen profession.
I will practice the art and science of my chosen profession.
Faithfully and conscientiously to the fullest scope of my competence.
Faithfully and consciously to the fullest scope
of my competence.
I will uphold and honorably promote
I'll uphold and honorably promote
by example and action
the
the highest standards, ethics, and ideals of my chosen profession.
The highest
standards
ideals of my chosen profession.
I will provide professional care for those who seek my services.
I will provide
professional care
those who seek my services.
With concern and compassion and due regard.
concern and compassion and due regard
For their human rights and dignity without discrimination.
for the human rights
and dignity
without
discrimination.
So place treatment of those whom I serve
Place treatment of those who I serve
above personal gain.
above personal gain.
And strive to see that none shall lack for proper care.
and strive
That none will lack for proper care.
With their welfare as my utmost concern.
with
Their
their
welfare is my concern.
I will maintain all confidentiality
I will
maintain absolute confidentiality
of all information
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 provided by those who
provided to those who seek my services.
provided by those
to my services.
I will continually strive to broaden my knowledge
I will continually strive to broaden my knowledge
and my skills to deliver new,
and my
skills to deliver
New
efficacious means to enhance my services.
and
and
efficacious.
efficacious means to enhance
my services.
I will do my utmost to serve my community,
I will do my
to
utmost
serve my community,
my country, and humankind.
My country.
humankind.
I hereby commit myself to be steadfast
I hereby
commit
myself
to be steadfast
in the performance of this, my solemn oath and obligation.
in the
in the
performance of this solemn oath and obligation.
Thank you, and congratulations again for joining us in the SALS community and in your chosen programs and professions. I want to thank you all for attending. Please think back on this ceremony throughout your studies and remember the significance of what we've said today. You're entering into important professions and you will make a difference. Your time here at SALS will change you. You'll expand your knowledge many times over. You will learn how to affect people's lives in ways that you didn't know were possible. Please make the most of this opportunity and never stop learning. And please know that we are honored to have you here and we will help to make the most of your time with us. The White Coat ceremony is officially closed. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day and a great weekend.